You ever get that feeling scrolling online? The feeling that you're just shouting into a void? That something feels really, really off? Well, today we're going deep down one of the internet's most unsettling rabbit holes. Our investigation starts right now. But hang on, before we go any further, I have to ask you something. How do you know this voice you're hearing is actually human? How can you be sure? Just keep that question in the back of your mind as we go. Okay, so our investigation kicks off with this weird collective feeling. It's this sense that the internet we all grew up with, the one that was chaotic and vibrant and human, has been swapped out for something else, like a digital ghost town. I mean, think back to the web just a decade or so ago. It was a mess, right? But it was a beautiful mess. It was unpredictable, full of genuine creativity and bizarre personal websites. Now, scroll through your feed, it all feels so sterile. The same memes, the same opinions, the same perfectly polished content echoing around. You post something and the replies you get are just generic, lifeless. Something has definitely changed. While this feeling actually has a name, the dead internet theory. And it's the chilling idea that the real, human-driven internet died sometime around 2016. What we're navigating now is basically an elaborate puppet show. A digital graveyard where AI bots argue with other AI bots, all to create this illusion that somebody, somewhere, is still home. But look, a feeling isn't evidence. So for this next part, we're opening the case file. We're looking for actual proof of a zombie internet, an ecosystem that looks alive on the surface but has no human soul. And the first piece of evidence is just a staggering number. According to recent data, almost half, 49%, of all web traffic isn't human. Let that sink in for a second. Nearly 1 out of every 2 users you might see or interact with is just an automated script. This isn't some fringe conspiracy. It's a statistical fact. And we're not just talking about the simple web crawlers that Google uses. No, we are talking about a totally new generation of bots, Mimicry Bots. These are AIs designed for one purpose, to perfectly imitate human behavior. They leave comments, they like posts, they'll even jump into arguments, all to manufacture the appearance of real human engagement. Which brings us to a truly bizarre clue, the shrimp Jesus phenomenon. You've probably seen these on platforms like Facebook, right? These really strange AI-generated images, like surreal pictures of Jesus made out of shrimp, or historical figures made out of hot dogs. They go insanely viral with millions of likes and shares. But the real question is, who or what is actually sharing them? Here's the twist. It turns out the accounts liking and sharing Shrimp Jesus are often fake too. It's a completely closed-loop zombie economy. One AI generates the weird content, and it's weird on purpose, so it gets past spam filters. Then, an army of mimicry bots consumes that content by liking and sharing it, and the human who owns the page just sits back and farms the ad revenue. No real audience needed, at all. Okay, so if the internet is being flooded with fake people engaging with fake content, the next logical question for our investigation is, why? I mean, what's the motive behind all this? Let's follow the digital trail. And that trail leads to 2 main culprits, money and control. On the money side, it's all about faking popularity. Brands buy bot engagement, influencers buy bot followers. It's gotten to the point where the number on the screen, the metric, is more valuable than an actual human being. Then, on the control side, it's about manufacturing consent. Why bother trying to persuade real people when you can just unleash a bot army to make any idea look like it's a mainstream movement? And this quote just nails the new reality, doesn't it? The whole idea of a digital town square where we all come to talk. That feels so quaint now, like a relic from a more innocent time. The internet has been retrofitted. It's become a weapon, not of mass destruction, but of mass perception. And the main target of that weapon is your sense of what's real. This weaponization, it leads us to the most alarming part of our investigation. Because the consequences of a dead internet go way beyond your social media feed. We might be watching the beginning of an existential threat to all of human knowledge. Here's the easiest way to think about the danger. Imagine you take a document and you photocopy it. Then you take that copy and you copy it. With every single new copy, the image gets blurrier, more distorted, until you're just left with static. Well, that is exactly what's happening to information online right now. Scientists have a name for this crisis: model collapse. You see, the AIs that are now writing articles and code are trained on data from the internet,
But now that internet is full of junk created by older, dumber AIs. So we're basically forcing new AI to learn from the distorted photocopies of its ancestors. It's creating this feedback loop of digital dementia. We're poisoning the well of information itself.
So, if the public internet is a zombie-infested wasteland and our digital library of Alexandria is basically burning itself down, what are the rest of us, the humans, supposed to do? Well, the final chapter of our investigation reveals a chilling answer. We hide. This survival strategy is called the dark forest theory of the internet. The idea is that the open web has become like a dark forest, and it's filled with predators, bots, algorithms, propagandists, all hunting for engagement. In an environment that hostile, the only rational move for a real human is to stay silent and hidden. You will only communicate in secure private channels where you can actually verify who you're talking to. And if you look around, you can see this great retreat happening right now. People are abandoning the public squares of X and Facebook. They're moving into these dark forests. Private Discord servers, encrypted group chats on apps like Signal, small, invite-only communities. The public square might be dead, but deep in the digital shadows, small human tribes are rebuilding. Focus on one thing: authentic connection. And that brings our investigation to a close with just one last question for you. Think about your online life. Where are you having your most genuine conversations? Where do you feel safe enough to actually be yourself? Is it out there in the open? Or have you already, maybe without even realizing it, retreated into the forest?